Exactly. There are no birthdays today.
What up, Greyhound? Don't forget that Wednesday is your last day
to fill out the survey
for the Feeling Lucky bookfinding contest. Good luck!
Hi, I'm Urmi Graft. I am Violet and Ronan's mom, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how I use math. I use it all the time. Every day it comes up in so many different ways, whether it's at home or at work. One of my favorite ways to use math at home is while baking. And of course, math comes into play when you're measuring ingredients. And you can also play around with it and see how different ratios of the ingredients you use can lead you to different results, and you can figure out which way you like it best depending on what kind of measurements you used. At work, I also use math a lot. I use it to find patterns. So I work in financial regulation. I manage a team that looks for trading violations in futures and options trading. And so we're looking for rule violations. And how we use math is looking at all the data we have, so all the information we have, and using reports to look for certain types of patterns. And patterns that would suggest to us that something is expected or normal activity we would expect to see, or maybe patterns that look unusual and stand out, and that would suggest to us that something requires a little more investigation, a little more questioning, a deeper look. And it's really interesting to find different ways to organize the information in order to build reports to look for those patterns. There's a lot of teamwork that goes into it, whether it's in actually looking at the patterns or working with people to build out the reports that can look at those numbers and scan them a certain way and analyze them a certain way and help us figure out what's going on. One thing I want to mention as well is that there's a lot of trial and error that can go into finding different ways to use math, but there is a creative aspect to it as well, and you can come up with creative ways to organize the numbers you have, creative ways to look at them differently, and so you should feel free to play around a little bit. Even if you're not sure it's going to get you the answer you need, you can learn from that creativity, you can learn from those different attempts to work with those numbers, and it can be pretty fun. Thanks for letting me share with you today.
Did you know snails have been known to sleep up to 3 years if the weather isn't moist enough to meet their needs?
Please join me in a moment of silence.
Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.